What's up, y'all? Welcome to the A8 portal. I honestly just wanted to give y'all a nightly reading for this A8 portal. Video is not going to be too long, but the energy that I'm already feeling is that a lot of truths that's being, put out. A lot of truth being talked about, a lot of truth being felt, a lot of truth being, considered, a lot of truth being, you know, pushed towards, internally. It's a lot of truth, coming out. So what I feel naturally is that with the cards, that it's going to be a reading of truth. With this reading tonight, we're going to pull 8 cards for the A8 portal, okay? We're going to pull 8 cards. Shout out to everybody. I hope y'all doing well. I don't hope. I'm sending y'all great energy, great love, through vibration and frequency. And through this efforts of me showing up on this portal. Because this is my first 8-8 portal going live. And I'm glad that we're here. I'm really glad that we're here. This hat is funny because I'm digging this hat, but it be having this weird, ways of being on my head. And it's cool, but, But, it's really about this portal. And I'm understanding that through this portal, it's a lot of truth that's happening. A lot of truth that's coming out. A lot of honest truths. A lot of releasing truths. A lot of just truths, period. On a simple fact of, when you speak your truth, it's more about, it's okay for the truth to be told. A vampire walked into the bar and asked the bartender for a boiling glass of water. I thought, I was going to drink Wow. Wow. That's funny. Anyways, through this AA portal, understand that healing is needed on all aspects, and truths, and through that healing may bring some truths. What's up? Grand Rising to wherever we went. Happy 8-8 portal. We made it to the 8-8 portal. We are here and we made it. So when you get to this point, you have an obligation. Speak your truths. Whatever your truth is today, let it be told. Share it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to let these cards, this is my Empath Oracle deck, if you're wondering. My Empath Oracle deck. What's up? You dig what I'm saying? So this is my Empath Oracle deck. It's made with intentions to decode your natal chart, terms for your natal chart, some spiritual terms, for your natal chart, and also some uplifting affirmations on it. Yes, bright days, absolutely, because the truth, when the truth sets you free. So when it comes down to speaking your truth, I simply, could be speaking on, go live, hopefulness and mindfulness, absolutely, going into this 8-8 portal. We here. And everything we do is with intentions to uplift. I'm gonna do one more shuffle, and we're gonna pull 8 cards. Thanks for the likes, y'all. Appreciate y'all that's here. Dig what I'm saying? I'm just glad that I'm showing up, that we showing up, and that we know that this 8-8 portal is the ultimate, release of the truths that's been holding all of us back to a certain degree. I would say my truth is plain as day. Um, one of my truths is, I'm realizing and understanding that I must show up each and every day for my people, for my tribe, here on YouTube. That's one of my truths. I haven't been, showing up, but now I will show up for my tribe, for my people, because it's not just about I. You dig what I'm saying? That's very cool. That made me smile. You sounded like the Lego piece. That's funny. Good energy. I like that. See, there's a ways to talk about people, and not even talk about them, but you know what I'm saying? To say a joke, even if it is a joke, to uplift. Not every joke has to be, negative. That was funny. Seek wisdom from a person in your past. Absolutely. You dig what I'm saying? I'm glad y'all made it to the 8-8 portal. We about to pull 8 cards. And it's gonna come out as truths. You know what I'm saying? Whatever comes out, I know for sure is truths that we need to hear, that we need to tap into. You dig what I'm saying? And when Jah telling me to stop, then I'll stop. I'm getting the sense to shuffle one more time because I feel like there's more people that I need to come into the live to catch this message. The control is ops. Yes. Exactly. We are seeking for truths. We are leaving Babylon with the 4D mindset, 5D mindset that we stepping into through this 8-8 portal. We are tapping more into our bodies, our temple, our eating. We're tapping into more of a consciousness and living consciously. Not just living a life of, a rat race. No, we live in a life of purpose, upfulness, soul purpose, reasoning, on why you're here. Knowing that through your natal chart, through the cosmos, through how the stars was aligned when the time and the day that you were born and the location that you were at. Based off of your natal chart, you're able to decode, who you are, what you came here to be. And that's what, going forth, we are tapping into. There's no more days where you don't wake up and not know certain, certain things about your natal chart off of just reading it. You may not be all into it that deep, but you know certain things about your natal chart. You dig what I'm saying? And here we go. I feel the message of truth so heavy. I feel the message of truth so heavy. I feel it. I feel the message of truth. And it's coming out. And it's either truth about I, truth about the collective, truth about the world, truth about the cosmos. And this is why I love playing frequency music, along with shuffling the cards and speaking over them, because it really allows the message to come through. You dig? And I understand that. This message is coming from the cosmos of truth. To release any burdens, any toxicity, any low vibrational things, to bring truth to it. Because truth is better than, a lie. Truth always brings healing. Because when someone is sick, they have to realize and say, no, I am sick. Okay, that is my truth. I am sick. Okay, great. So now that we know the truth, we can fix it. We can cure it. You know what I'm saying? There's no more covering up. The truth shall set you free. And as long as, we have a truth, we always have understanding, overstanding. So here we go. We got number 36, 26, 79, 59. See, this already alignment. 36, 26, 79, 59. Can't make this up. 78, 53, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got 36, 26, 79, 59, 87, 53, 62, and 44. And I'm knowing that none of these cards are like low cards. The lowest one is 26. So I'm getting this off of based off of an age range. Your age may be 26, you may be 36, you may be 79 that come on this live, you may be 59, you may be 78, you may be 53, you may be 62. So I'm realizing that either these cards are speaking more into our future on where in certain time frames that we're going to reach, or that's your age right now, or that's the age that you're going to be. And I'm getting most of all that these are this message is for adults. This message is not for children at this moment. What I'm saying here, this realm that I'm speaking in, the tone that I'm speaking in, I'm not saying it's not for children. I'm saying I'm based off of this 8-8 portal reading. The truth that's coming out is more mature in a sense. You know, ranging from 26 to 78 as being, 79 as being the highest, and they're right beside each other actually. 26 and 79, I'm realizing, understanding, overstanding that this new mindset, this new rim, this new 4 or 5D consciousness, this way of life, it ranged from healers that are from ages 26 to 79. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying these are going forward, are going to be the true chosen ones, the true, healers of this new earth. And they range from the ages 26 and 79. I'm not saying that, from any other ages, can't make an impact, but I'm saying from these age ranges, between these age ranges, these ages between 26 and 79 will impact the new earth the most, between that age range. That's what I'm getting from these, these numbers off the bat. And it says you are whole. You are whole. On card, number 36, which breaks down to a 9. You are whole. Always know that no matter what endings, that happen in your life, that you are whole regardless. That if you have to leave a situation, if you have to, quit a job, if you have to restart again, things of that nature, know that you are whole regardless. You are always whole, wherever you go next, whatever thing that you choose to do next, you are whole. That's what I'm getting from that card. Number 26, that equals 8. And it says you are harmonious in life. You are harmonious in life, and that's for infinity. Number 8 represents abundance, infinity, a lifetime, a cycle, it keeps endless. So you are always harmonious in life. Going through this 8-8 portal, you know that you are always harmonious in life, forever. No matter where you go, no matter what ends, what new beginnings you have, you know that you are whole and harmonious everywhere that you go. Card 79, which breaks down to a 7 too, because 6 plus 7 is 16. So yeah, that's 7. And it says you are balanced and centered. Absolutely. Going into this 8-8 portal, you must know, stay balanced and centered at all times. When you're grounding yourself, when you're out in Babylon, if so be, if Jah say so, when you're doing your spiritual work, when you're doing your healing, make sure that you are balanced and centered. From every day forth going after this 8-8 portal, know that you are whole. Know that you are harmonious in life. Stay balanced and centered. Card 59, you radiate confidence. 59:14 breaks down to a 5. Exactly. You are confident. You radiate confidence. You radiate confidence. Always know that regardless of where you're at, that you are whole, that you are harmonious, you are balanced and centered, but most of all, you radiate confidence with a true balance. When you are balanced and centered, you radiate true confidence. You radiate confidence. It's shown. You know, it's felt. Card 78. You radiate love and compassion, and that breaks down to a 6. So that means, balance. Love and compassion. Having love and compassion for yourself, your goals, your dreams, one another. Your spirituality, your path. You radiate love and compassion through it all. Always, have that love for one another. Always have that love and that strive for your dreams and goals. Always have that compassion for the next. Always have that compassion for your dreams and your goals as well. And self. Have love for yourself. Card 58, which breaks down to an 8. Once again, trust yourself. Trust that you know what you got going on. We tap into this 8-8 portal, and I'm giving you a reading right here, right now. If you guys need any readings, give me a like, a share, a comment. You dig what I'm saying? Drop me a cash app. If you need a reading. I appreciate that so much. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. I'm understanding that I have a purpose, but I'm also understanding that I have many purposes. I don't just wear one hat. But I'm also knowing that I have to show up within those hats. It's not even, and at this point, it's not about showing up anymore. It's about knowing that the position that has been, the card that has been laid out for you. You see what I'm saying? I know that the card that's been laid out for my life and what my gifts are. So it's up to I to show up for my tribe, to show up for my people, and to say, I hold a service. So I appreciate you saying that, and thank you. So going forth, who's on card 53, saying trust yourself. 53 breaks down to 8, like I was saying, trust yourself. We must know going forth this 8-8 portal that we must trust ourselves. So if you want to backtrack for a second, we got 2 more cards after this one, but we got card 26 and card 58. Oh, hold up. Every card that equals 8. We got 26 that equals 8. We got 53 that equals 8. And we got 62 that equals 8. And we got 44 that equals 8. This is a true 8-8 portal reading for real. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in the 8 cards that we pulled that equal up to 8. Card 62 equals 8. You are safe. Going forth in our days, in our times, in this rim, in our 4-5B consciousness mindset, new earth, energy, frequency, vibration, you must know that you're safe. You must know that you have no fear. There's no fear. Fear is low vibrational. False evidence appearing real. That is what fear is. So card 62 is saying that you are safe. You are safe. And we must know this. You must know this. This is not something that, is hopeful. No, you know this with confidence. You trust it. All right, we're going to move to card 44. You are open to receive. And this card resonates with me a lot. Mainly because I feel it right now that I'm receiving the downloads and its messages through these cards, and I'm allowing myself to be open. You dig what I'm saying? So going forth to this 8-8 portal, for from here on out until forever, we must know that when you're open to receive, there's endless blessings, and blessings come from in all forms, not just physical. You gain certain downloads that come from ancient wisdom, from your ancestral lineage. That's a blessing. Having downloads, not just receiving blessings in the physical state. Having a blessing of health, knowing that you're in tune with your chakras, that you got your chakras aligned, knowing that you have good gut health. That is a blessing. Knowing that you have love and compassion for yourself and those around you, and you're open to receive it. You dig what I'm saying? So, hold on. Someone's telling me to calculate these numbers right quick. Josh telling me to calculate these numbers right quick. 36 plus 26 plus 79 plus 59 plus 78 plus 53 plus 62 plus 44. Oh, wow. It's saying it equals 437. And if you break down that number, that 4 and that 7, I mean, when you break that down, that 4 and that 3 equals 7. So that's 77 right there. That speaks. Now, obviously, if you want to break that down, you can go down to 5, but I will keep it at 77 because that's a Christ consciousness. That's an alignment. So we're gonna flip these cards now. Capricorn. I'm understanding that my rising sign is a Capricorn. So you may be a Capricorn here on this live right here. Your birthday may be between, December 22nd to January 19th. You need to receive this message. You came here to receive this message. You could just be an earth sign, or you might be having a Saturn return as well, just as I. I'll flip the other card. But I'm knowing that I'm a Capricorn, so I'm moving in my, Capricornian, movement by staying consistent and going live and doing this 8-8 portal for y'all. That's me moving in my Capricorn, essence. Second card, awakening, rebirth, unfolding, rising. Absolutely. Through this 8-8 portal, we are awakening. We have awakening. It is an awakening. It's a frequency vibration awakening. A soul awakening. A temple awakening. Chakras awakening. A consciousness awakening. A Rastafari awakening. The Chiron. Knowing your Chiron in your chart is critical. It's the wounded healer. It's based off of what you have went through. You're able to share. So someone here on this live going through this 8-8 portal, you're able to use your wounds to heal the next. And going forth, you must do so. You must do so. Whatever you have gone through in life, you are the wounded healer. Your story is needed. Going forth for the next healers, for others to heal, you must share your story for them to heal. Absolutely. Mars. Passion, action, desire. Ruled in Aries and Scorpio. So when I see this card, I realize that Mars is hot. It's Leo season. Having that passion, having that action, having that desire going forth within, the new earth, saying, you know what? I'm going to make it my efforts every single day, every second to be one with Jah. You dig what I'm saying? I'm going to do everything in my power. I'm going to have that passion, that action, and that desire through the Mars. I'm going to have that Mars energy going into the, this new portal, this 8-8 portal, going into this new earth. Next card. South Node. In your chart, it's critical to know what your South Node is because it has to do with your past life, habits, and comfort zones. So I'm understanding that going through this portal and going into the 5D mindset consciousness, knowing your past habit and comfort zones is key. So you know how to move. You know how to, indicate if you're on your path correctly based off your past life, habits, and comfort zones. It's critical to know about your South Node and knowing what it is. Mine is in Aries. My South Node is in Aries. That means I'm knowing how to be, individualistic and things of that nature. And I learned from my individual ways. I learned from my own, trials and tribulations. That's knowing that I'm knowing what my South Node is. And it's in Aries. So I'm knowing that that is how I need to learn from it. Knowing that being individual, being an individual is cool and all, but that is what you already know. You know how to be the individual. So you teach others to be the individual. You teach others to go within themselves and say, what are my gifts? Because I'm already knowing I'm already coming from this, past life. Now, my North Node is in Libra. So Aries is more of an individual type of thing. Libra is more into sharing, family, tribe. And this is what I'm doing here. I'm removing my individual, way of life and being individualistic and saying, no, that's no more. That's my past life. That's my comfort zones. I don't want to be in the comfort zone no more. I want to go forth. So you tap into your North Node and say, see what your North Node is, and mine is in Libra, right? So like I said, that's more of family, tribe, togetherness, unity, relationships. And this is what I'm doing right here now with you guys by going live and on this 8-day portal, you know what I'm saying? With no effort, with confidence, you know what I'm saying? With knowing that, no, I hold a service and I'm here for my people regardless. I don't want to be individualistic. I don't want to turn the camera off. I want to keep the camera on and talk to my people. I want to raise their consciousness. You know what I'm saying? I want to allow them that they have a safe haven, they have a safe space here with me, that they have someone here that's here for them and that's always going to be here for them. Regardless of how you fall, you can get back up. Start grounding yourself every day. Start going within your natal chart every single day. Start fasting, start eating plant-based. You can get right back up if you fall. Always know that through this channel, through me, through Rastafari, Liberty, through Ijahman Dan, you know that I will not let you fall. I will give you the tools and the keys for you to uplift you in every way, whether it's through word sound, you know what I'm saying, power, whether me speaking to you, whether me giving you a reading, whether you listen to my music, my healing frequencies, by giving you some food recommendations, by giving you something, some way, somehow. You just know you have a place that there's no judgment zone. We don't focus on that. We don't focus on the if we're perfect over here. No, that's not the focus at all. The focus is, are you on your path? Are you on your soul mission? That's the purpose, and we're gonna get you there. 144, chosen one's card. Perfect timing. Light worker. I know that I'm a light worker. I know that I have a divine mission. I know that I'm blessed. I know that I'm anointed one. I know I'm spiritual elect. And going forth, we must notice about ourselves too, reigning it with confidence. Reigning it with confidence, knowing that, no, I am a chosen one. I am a light worker. I am blessed. I am anointed. I am spiritually elect. I do have a divine mission. I am on my soul purpose. I am a chosen one. This is what we must know from here on out. With no if and a buts about it, with straight confidence, no fear. We must know that you are a chosen one, that you are a light worker. You do hold a purpose and a service here for humanity. Not just in the physical, but also in consciousness. You dig? Seeing? Uranus. Rebellion. Sudden change. Ruled by Aquarius. Invalidation. See, so what I get from this Uranus card is that I know that I rebel. I know that I go against the system when I speak. Sudden change. I know that this sudden change going through this portal, that the stuff that I speak on, that the things that I believe in will create sudden change. I know that it will. It will shift the mindsets. It will allow people to rebel against Babylon and say, you know what? I know who to fight now. I know how to go against the system. Why? Because the system has came against us. Did we forget? No, we will never forget. So I'm understanding by this Uranus card that you need to know where Uranus is at in your chart. And I believe also my Uranus is in Capricorn as well as my Neptune. So the things that I speak on, the system, that is what that entails, being in Capricorn. Don't forget, we also have pulled a Capricorn card. So my Uranus is in Capricorn. Absolutely it is. And this is why it's key to knowing your chart and how you're supposed to move in your soul purpose. I know that I'm supposed to speak about the injustice of the system and that what has been done against our people. I know that. That's what I'm here doing, and that's what I know. I know that when I speak, it goes against a lot of system. I know that when I speak certain things, I am rebelling against certain. Absolutely. I know that when I speak, it will bring sudden change. I know that we're stepping into the age of Aquarius. I know that stuff that I speak of is the age of Aquarius. It's with no fear. It's straight confidence. Next card, 666. Rebalancing, spiritual clarity, regain focus. Through this 8A portal, we must know that rebalancing is key. So this rising, start your day off with, start your moment, your frequency. Start your frequency off right. We're not gonna say time anymore. We have to say start your frequency. Simple things. Put lemons in your water. Simple. You can start there. I drink infused water as well. That's something else that I've been tapped into. I put chlorophyll in my water. I put lemons in my water. I put ginger root in my water. I put bay leaves in my water. These are the things that going into the future, the now and forever, and the today, going through this, 4D mindset, 5D consciousness. Yes, 4D mindset, 5D consciousness. Through RASTAFARI, through Ijahman, we must know. You have spiritual clarity. You trust your intuition. You trust your, clairvoyant. You use your discernment. And you must absolutely know that regain focus. That's the last part of it. 666 means regaining focus. I understand and understand that through this portal, I have regained focus. I know that, hold on, I have an obligation to, do readings. I do have a spiritual service to the people. I do have a spiritual service to my YouTube channel. I do have a tribe. I do have a community. That is me refocusing myself, saying, hold on, I have a YouTube channel and people do watch my YouTube channel. That's me refocusing through this 8A portal, knowing that I will give readings on certain time frames and speak to the people like this 8A portal, like I'm doing right now. I know that, my spiritual clarity comes from when people need answers, they come to me for the answers. You dig what I'm saying? I'm knowing that with confidence because of my connection with the Most High. And how grounded and centered that I am. How confident I am. How I know that I'm whole. I'm able to receive. How safe I feel within my messages. I trust myself. I trust my voice. I radiate love and compassion. I definitely do. I do this through the love. I do this for healing. I don't do it for anything other than that. I want people to heal. I want others to be on their path. I want them to properly be on their path. Not what Babylon told you to come here to be, or what you thought that you were going to be through Babylon. No, what your soul purpose came here to be through your natal chart, through the stars in the cosmos, how they were aligned based off of when you were born, when you came into this realm, the path that you were supposed to be on. That is what I am here for. That is what I want the people to be on. It is for love. It is for my compassion. Because I love the people. I love my people. I love, us being on our path. Because it helps humanity. It helps all of us. It helps Mother Nature. It helps, you know what I'm saying? It's an all around, how much things we can do? I know that I radiate confidence. I know that when I speak and know that it's coming from a mindset, a standpoint of upfulness. It's coming from healing. It's coming from healing. It's coming from proper intention. Saying, you know what? I want the people to really be on their path. And if I'm knowing that certain knowledge that I've come across, just me going on my path has helped me, I'm going to share it. I'm going to absolutely share it. Balanced and centered. I know that when I'm balanced and centered, that there's no stopping. My confidence will reign. You know what I'm saying? Everything will be aligned. You know what I'm saying? When I am balanced and centered, absolutely, there's nothing that can hold me back. There's nothing that can hold you back when you're balanced and centered going forward with your mindset. You trust your gut when you're balanced and centered. You trust it. You have confidence in it. You move in it. You know what I'm saying? You stand in it. You flow with it. Also, I know that I'm the wounded healer. I skipped this. I was looking at the affirmations, but I know that I'm a wounded healer. I know that the things that I have been through, I know that I didn't just go through them for a reason. No, it happened for the teaching. The things that I was, the prophecy that I have lived in the sense of that being exiled and things of that nature and the life that I have came to now. I understand that through that Chiron in my chart, me being a wounded healer, I'm able to teach. I'm able to show others like, hold on, there is another way, and I'm doing it. Just letting y'all know that, hold on, our people will not lack, our people will not perish for lack of knowledge. No, that was a Babylon saying. But we will not lack. We will not lack because we have the cosmos, and we have these certain, we have the cosmos. We have these certain platforms to teach each other, to have communion, to have a oneness, to have unity, to have upfulness, for awakening. I know that through this 8-day portal that a lot of people are waking up. I know that through this 8-day portal, it's a lot of rebirth, a lot of unfolding, a lot of rising. I know that through this 8-day portal, anything is possible. But honestly, it's up to one's being. Sometimes, we have to understand that not all of us have a choice. Some beings have to move a certain way because they're empath and their soul remembers. They're having a soul remembering. I'm having a soul remembering in Pisces. I'm going through a Saturn return in Pisces. I'm remembering who I am. It's different. It hits different when it comes down to an 8-day portal. When you involve an 8-day portal, also going through a Saturn in Pisces, and knowing that you are going through an 8-day portal, knowing that you're having a Saturn return in Pisces, it hits different. I am remembering who I came here to be and standing in it. So some days, in the past where I wasn't speaking and, going live every day and just, no, it was because I am always remembering. I'm still in the remembering of who I came here to be. Hence why these cards was made. These cards was made at the beginning of me knowing that I was having a Saturn return. Now I'm using them with purpose. You know what I'm saying? Capricorn. Capricorn is my rising sign. But I'm thinking around December and January, that's more critical. Around going through this 8-day portal, going into December and January because that's quote unquote the new year. So here we go. December 22nd through January 1st, through January 19th, that's Capricorn season. But by Capricorn season, we should be fully step into a whole community here, having a whole community here, me holding a service, me helping others on their path, you helping others on their path, you stepping into your soul calling and your inner calling and your soul purpose. Around December, by the new year, quote unquote, the Babylon New Year, around that time, this is when I see a lot of others stepping into their full purpose through helping them with their natal chart, things of that nature. Through my music, through their natal chart, through my YouTube channel, through your YouTube channel, you're going to be doing the same thing. Holding a full service. A legit service, not just, oh yeah, people can just hit you up. No, a legit service through your spiritual work. And that's why I get with that Capricorn card, as well as me, it being my rising sign. Also, it being an earth sign. We're going to the new earth. We need to start grounding ourselves. It says Saturn. Yes, I'm going through a Saturn return. You need to know in your natal chart what a Saturn return is. If you don't know what a Saturn return is when one is between 27 and 30, and they come into a remembrance of their soul purpose and why they came here. I am turning 30 this month, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? Age ain't nothing but a number, but yeah, because I hold ancestral knowledge. I hold certain wisdom that came from long ago. So that's why I say, I can say I'm 30, but my knowledge is not from just being 30. You dig what I'm saying? I hold ancestral knowledge, ancestral memory. So it's just more about, I understand that when it comes down to a Saturn return, we must know what our Saturn return is, so you could properly move into it. So when you're going through it, you'll know that you're not crazy. You know that you're just going through a Saturn return. You know that you're coming to remembrance of who you are, and that you're stepping into your soul path. You know what I'm saying? We must each and every day ground ourselves. It's critical to know your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign within your chart. These things are critical because I'm understanding that I had my time wrong within my natal chart, and it was lining me up to be a rising sign in Leo and a sun sign in Leo. I just recently found out, was it a year and a half ago, that no, my birth time was different, so it changed my rising sign. My rising sign is a Capricorn. So I was thinking that it was double Leo, that I had a double Leo sun and rising sign. But just up until last year, a year and a half ago, I realized that I'm a Capricorn rising. This is why it's key to knowing your chart and knowing when you were born, things of that nature, so you can have proper alignment. Proper alignment. If I would have had Leo sun, Leo rising, and Leo Venus, like, that's way too much fire. You dig what I'm saying? So when it comes down to having a remembrance and getting the right times of me being born, I'm knowing that having a Capricorn rising is more of who I am. It is how people see me. Your rising sign is how people see you, how people view you. Yes, and there has been times where I'm like, I do have confidence that I see where the Leo sun comes from. But there has been times where I be wondering why, like, people, like, they may not, like, just be staring at me or, like, see me as dark. You know what I'm saying? In a sense. But I would always resonate with it, like, why people, like, be looking at me like I'm they scared of me or something. And, like, I'm not like a bad guy. It comes from the Capricorn rising, how people view you, how you come off to people, things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? If I'm not knowing that stuff in my chart, I would always have been walking around thinking that something was wrong with me. No, that's nothing wrong with you. People just view you that way. They view you as mysterious and maybe dark in a sense, or that you hold a spirituality. Not only do they view you that way, you come off that way. You appear that way. And that is real within the Capricorn being my rising sign. And I'm speaking on these things because these are the things that we need to know about our one self going into the future. I'm just giving you an example right here, right now, on how much I'm knowing about myself to where I'm able to move into it properly with confidence, no fear. And that's the whole point. I'm knowing that I'm able to help my brother and sister across this platform and in the community through this knowledge that it's okay to know you're aligned. It's okay to know not just your spine is aligned, that's cool. Not just your chakras are aligned, but you are aligned on your soul purpose as well. You are living your soul reasoning. How great does that feel, in reality? Because let's be real, I'm not holding no service and sitting here wanting things in return. I already received. I have already received, and the blessing of receiving is the knowledge, knowing that of the purpose. Everything else will flow. And that's where we're going into the, this new earth, this 8A pearl, this 4D mindset, 5D consciousness through RASTAFARI, through Ijahman. I'm realizing, understanding, and remembering through my Saturn and Pisces that no, I do hold a service. No, I do have a community. We are a community. I do have a tribe. You know what I'm saying? We do resonate on the same consciousness. We do hold the same frequency and vibration. I'm able to help others heal. I'm able we're able to step into a realm of a new earth of straight healing, creating the new healers of the new earth. And I'm understanding that through our natal chart of proper understanding, overstanding, and communication, that we're able to decode our destiny. And it's not as simple as knowing certain things in your chart. It's knowing what they mean, evaluating your own self, saying, does that resonate with me or not? Being truthful with stuff that resonate with you or not just letting things just be because you just want them to be. No, it's okay. I don't gotta know exactly what my moon sign is. No, you need to know exactly what it is. You need to know what your life path number is by adding up your birthday. You need to know that. We need to be tapping into numerology. You know, all these different things that were deemed not even just deemed as a certain way of life, but deemed as not as an upgrade. You know, it's not where I've never seen. I mean, but YouTube obviously, but in real life, where someone has come across to me and said, "You should tap into your natal chart because that's more of an upgrade. That gives you like a leg up." You know what I'm saying? I watch Kobe videos all the time. You know, I used to watch Kobe Bryant used to be my favorite basketball player. You know, to a certain degree, he was my idol to a certain degree when I was living in Babylon. But I realized that he always had a leg up on his opponent. He always had a leg up on his opponent because he worked out 3 times a day. And over those 3 times a day, over the next 5 years, he always have a leg up. There was no way that they can catch him at that point. So I'm overstanding that this is how we get ahead of Babylon. This is how we get ahead within our children. We tap into their natal chart, put them in the right way of life, so then that they're on their path quickly, fast, in a hurry, knowing with confidence and no fear. Not saying, oh, I think this is what I want to do. No, there's no more thinking about what we don't know. We're going to help you decode your destiny here right now so we can put you on your path. And there's no more question and confusion. You know what you came here to do. And I'm overstanding that is what I'm sitting here doing. I overstand that this is what I'm supposed to do. Based off my natal chart, I'm supposed to be doing this. And I have confidence in it. I know I have no fear. Because why did I learn it? To teach it. Why was I so intrigued about it? To teach it. You know what I'm saying? I could have been interested in so many other things. But I decided to say, no, I want to go into my natal chart. I want to learn about astrology. I want to learn about, mysticism. I want to learn about the Kabbalah. I want to learn about the tree of life. You know what I'm saying? I want to tap into cosmology. You know what I'm saying? I want to tap into my natal chart. I want to learn about the cosmos. I want to learn about astronomy. I want to look at the planets. You know, why? Based off of my chart, these things say that my destiny aligns with that. It makes sense. Absolutely. And I'm supposed to teach it. I'm supposed to bring healing to it. I'm supposed to have a community. I'm supposed to practice my North Node that's in Libra, which is having community, having different types of relationships with others, having a tribe, having a communication, having a family. You know what I'm saying? And I understand and overstand, like, oh, okay, that does make sense. That does make sense within my North Node. Okay, my South Node is in Aries. I know how to be individual. I know how to go places and do my own thing and not need anybody but Jah. I just got Jah. I know that I come from that. But what I'm stepping into, what I'm learning, what I'm knowing now with my Saturn, in Pisces return, not only that, but this 8-8 portal, that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. With confidence, no fear. And I understand that I've always, to a degree, was fighting it. But it's not about fighting it. It's more about that I always felt that Saturn return was coming. I always felt that Saturn return was coming. So it wasn't that I was running from it. It was more about I was waiting on it. Naturally. I wanted it to naturally happen. And it's happening right now. It's happening right now. And I'm happy. I'm happy and proud to say that I hold a service for my people. And that I'm on my soul mission. It makes my life even better. It makes my life feel so much beautiful. Because it's not, when you hold a service for the people, I don't feel like I have any other reason. I feel like when I was living for Babylon, I'm sitting there like, yes, I'm happy to hold a service for humanity against Babylon. That's what makes me so happy to do it, because it's going against Babylon. I don't like Babylon. I know that what Babylon has done to our people. I know what it had done to me. I know where it made me at one point in my life where I was thinking what I was supposed to be, where I was supposed to go, thinking certain things where I was supposed to know. We have a certain natal chart that decodes our destiny. But then we wonder why certain people's lives get cut short, and because you was not on your soul mission. You wonder why. You wonder why freak accidents happen. They wonder why certain stuff just people get depressed, and because they wasn't truly on their soul mission. Their parents just put them in a certain thing, or Babylon made them feel like, oh, get this job, learn this tool, learn this, just to get money. No, you're not on your soul purpose. You're not on your soul mission. And that's the thing. Some of us are right around the corner from our soul mission. We already are into certain these things that we think aren't our soul mission. That's what I'm saying. I was already into, quote unquote tarot cards. I was already into readings before all this. I was already into astrology before that. But I'm sitting there like, hold on. No, that's me. That's me as well. So the stuff that you already like, half of the stuff that you already like, that is you. That's what you're supposed to be stepping into. No, it is you. Yes, it is you. It's okay to say that. We are living in a time where you are, the stuff that you like, that you are into, that you watch, that is part of you. So why not just own up to it and just be it? Tap into your natal chart to solidify it. To say, no, that does align. I am aligned to do this. I already knew that I was already aligned to do this. I was already doing it. I was already wanting to be plant-based. I was already wanting to, decode my natal chart. I was already wanting to make cards. I was already wanting to be on YouTube. But I didn't understand that it's more of a service way. I didn't understand that it's more of a tribe way. It's a family way. It's a way of when it's a portal time that you're needed to do a reading. You know what I'm saying? Being more intentional when you rise in the day, when you get downloads, and to speak with confidence and radiate across the platform so that people can feel it, not questioning it, not having fear. Because a lot of the time, fear, false evidence appearing real, would stop me from a lot of things, from just opening my mouth, for just going live. I will no longer do that anymore. I will why? Because I'm knowing I hold a service. I have a duty. I have to do my due diligence. I'm not alone in this. See, I'm realizing, understanding that South Node that I came from in Aries, I was always before my Saturn return, I was always thinking like, no, I can't. I don't want to go live. I don't want to go live. Just thinking I don't have to. No, I don't want to go live. Thinking about myself, being individualistic. But then I come to an understanding that, hold on, it's not about me. I'm tapping into my North Node in Libra. That's what I'm going into. My South Node is my past. My North Node is my future. So if I'm knowing that, and I'm already into astrology, I'm already knowing that, okay, I have to go live. I have to speak to the people. I have to have different relationships via YouTube, via the spirit realm. I have to tap into these different relationships in the cosmos. I have to bring this knowledge down to the people to speak it. I'm knowing that now. I'm knowing that now with no fear and confidence. But before I would say, no, I don't have to go live. I'll delete the live, or you know what I'm saying? Put a lock on it. Like, oh, ain't nobody want to listen to me, and I ain't getting no views. That's not what it's for. You see what I'm saying? I'm knowing now that, hold on, no, I hold a service. And I hold a service for this new earth, for this 4D mindset, 5D consciousness, through RASTAFARI. Not just through readings, through my music, through my frequencies, through my vibration, through my presence, through me showing up, through my word sound power. That I'm showing up. And at the end of the day, I'm just being an example. That's all that it is. I'm just being an example. That's another thing. I'm understanding that when I was in my South Node energy Aries, that I was being more individualistic. Now I'm knowing that, hold on, I have to show up because my confidence helps the next. I was not going live, just keeping my confidence hidden, keeping it hidden, keeping, speaking to Jah, It's not really hidden because I was speaking with y'all. Just how I'm speaking with y'all here, and y'all's listening, and y'all's here with us. I was doing that the same way, but just with the camera off. And it's not fair. It was not fair to keep that behind. No more. I will share my confidence. I will share my wisdom. I will share my knowledge with the people. Why? Because I'm known through my natal chart. I hold a service. This is how we get our children, our mates, our loved ones, our brother and our sister on their path by helping them decode their natal chart. Just because it's hidden wisdom does not mean that it's wicked. No, you're just tapping in. Babylon tells you that these things are wicked because they don't want you to tap in. Why don't they want you to tap in? Because then you will stray from their system. You will no longer need their job. You will no longer to be around them. You will know how to control your reality. You will know your soul mission. You will know your soul purpose with confidence and no fear. And they don't want that. They don't want you to know your soul purpose. Half of the people in the NBA is not supposed to be in the NBA. Based off of their natal chart, they is not supposed to be in the NBA. They hold a different service, and they're going against their service. There's NBA players, there's entertainers, there's rappers. Why do you think these rappers keep getting sacrificed? These artists keep getting sacrificed because they're not truly on their sole purpose. They're just making music. I'm not even going to call it music. Making raps, making songs, making whatever, making frequencies. And they're not truly aligned with their sole purpose. Because let's be truthful, there are some artists that are aligned with their sole purpose because they deal with communication. They deal with, using their, their throat chakra for communication. That stuff is, knowing that they're able to touch the people through communication. Things like people like Bob Marley. I know within his natal chart that there's certain ways that he was supposed to be a musician. He was on his sole purpose because it hit the people and it shows. But also, we're talking about today's time. There's a lot of artists, a lot of people working jobs that you're not supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be having your own independent, living, having your own service, but you out there slaving for Babylon. You're not on your sole purpose. Get on your sole purpose. Come over here with Ijahman and his tribe and say, hold on. We on our purpose each and every day. We don't have no confusion. Through RASTAFARI, we have no confusion. We know why we're on our purpose. We know what our purpose is. And each and every day, we are on it. We ground ourselves every day. We are plant-based. You dig what I'm saying? We tap into the cosmos. We tap into the planets. We tap into our natal chart each and every day, knowing it with confidence, with no fear. Hold on. I am on my life path. I am a teacher. I am a healer. I am a chosen one. I do hold a service. I am part of the new earth frequency. I can raise my consciousness. I can heal myself. You will heal yourself. You will heal others. We will heal others together. You do have a tribe. You do have a soul family. You will participate in the new earth frequency vibration. This is what we know over here. We know that we create oracle decks. You know what I'm saying? We know that we're empaths. We own it. We know it. We know that we're highly vibrational, that we're on a high frequency. We know that. We know that we're tapped in. It's not a question. It's not a question. And I'm knowing that, understanding that along with myself, that through I own self, through Jah, through our own self, I'm able to transfer it to the next. That is also in my natal chart, where my frequency vibration is able to transfer to the next. So when I'm turning off the live, when I'm not going live, when I'm just speaking with Jah and not saying, turn on the camera, I'm not doing my service. When I'm meditating in the grass, when I'm making my, my frequency archives, when I'm not turning on the camera, I'm not doing my service. But when I'm not on camera, I'm also doing my service for Jah. I'm gonna pull 3 more cards. I feel called to pull 3 more cards. Or whichever ones that falls out next. I ain't shuffled these. I ain't cut the deck in a while. But I understand that. I understand. I understand that no one is perfect, and that's not the focus. We all have the equal opportunity to ground ourselves each and every day and then say, hold on, I'm going within. I'm no longer going without. Once you go within, you will never go without. That's what Jah say. Once you go within yourself, within your natal chart, within your temple, within the cosmos, within your DNA, your lineage, your ancestry, once you do that, once you go within yourself, you will always not go without. You will never be without. Go within so you will never go without. Again. Because Babylon don't want you to go within. So then you go without. Yeah. Babylon wants you to not go within, so then you will go without that knowledge that you came here to, without that sole purpose, without that, that tribe, that mindset, that frequency. Up, flow. Let it flow. Welcome abundance. Unfolding. I know a lot is unfolding right here, right now on this live. I know that I am on course. I know that this is a movement. Unfolding, course, movement. I know that this is a movement. I know that this is a frequency. That every word that I speak and that I say goes throughout the rims and will create change. Because I have no fear. I have proper intentions. And I'm saying it with confidence. And I know it will be done. No fear. I know that it will be done. Babylon has fallen and will fall and is falling. And that's the reason why they don't want us to tap into our natal chart. Because when we start to speak with confidence, our words move mountains. When you step into your soul purpose, they know that our spiritual work moves mountains, literally. We'll move Babylon out of the way and create the doors of Zion to open. They know these things. They know these things, especially on times like this, on portal days and portal times. They use it against us. You think they ain't using it exactly how I'm using my spiritual gifts right here, right now, as a service? You think they're not doing the opposite? Using Babylon to destruct? Of course they are. So get ready for whatever news that they have coming, whatever is next. Because it is, but it's not in a fear way. It's saying, no, I'm on my soul path. So I can never go without. I'll always be provided for. I am blessed because I'm on my soul purpose with the earth, Mother Nature. Mother Nature speaks to me and I listen. You know it with confidence. We know that with confidence over here. We have no fear. There's no confusion. There's no confusion on our path. There's no confusion, period. We know what we came here to do is shut down Babylon and along the way awaken the next. Put others on their path for the future generations to come. I appreciate everyone that came into this AA portal reading. 144 on the top. I cannot make that up. Let's see what's on the back. Just for, higher self. Open to love. Inner soul. Inner self, soul. Inner self, true self, and soul self. Absolutely. I appreciate everyone that came into this, this reading. I want you guys to know that I'm very serious about my service from here on out. I'm very dedicated to you guys. I'm very dedicated to, providing my knowledge and, service for you guys, but not only because I've came into the remembrance, but because I want to chant down Babylon. You know what I'm saying? It is my obligation to chant down Babylon. Within my chart, I'm supposed to chant down Babylon, and I am. And this is the way that we will do it. This is the way that I'm doing it. And I appreciate each and every last one of y'all that resonate with me, that appreciate my words, my service. And if it would mean the world to me for donations, it would mean the world to me for like, shares, comments. Let me know where you need help in your chart. Let me know what you need to decode it. Even just leave some terms inside of the chat, that may help me awaken, ancient knowledge and things of that nature, because I am connected in that way. I am able to, dot my T's and cross the I's to where I'm able to come into a full remembrance for you guys of past knowledge and things that's been hidden from us. That is one of my things that's within my chart. I'm knowing that I have knowledge and, to the point of my natal chart to where I'm able to tap in. Once I'm tapped in, my chakras are aligned. When I'm centered in confidence with no fear, I know that I'm able to, tap into ancient knowledge and hidden knowledge. So I'm knowing that I'm here for you guys for that reasoning, not just for my own, natal chart service, you know, um, speaking and chatting down Babylon, but also for you guys to say, I wanna know what it was like back in the, certain days and how life was. I'm able to do that as well. So I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. Um, I appreciate this portal. Um, and anything that I said here today, if it resonates with you, please leave a like, comment, or share. And also just you can email me too. Leave a message and a comment. Just just send an affirmation. You don't have to speak directly to me. Speak to the tribe. You know, but your energy is felt here. If you resonate with this message, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you, and just know that going forth, we hold a service. You hold a service. You are going to be on your soul path in no time. Time doesn't exist. Don't worry about being perfect. That's not what we focus on here. We don't focus on being perfect. We focus on alignment. Jah! Rastafari. Selassiel.